African news update on top Accolade News. In a continent where legends fade, ballots ignite, and olive branches bend under the weight of war, tonight's headlines from Africa is the raw heartbeat of a people demanding dignity. The headlines: Kenyan opposition icon Raila Odinga'S dies at 80. Cameroon government rejects opposition's claim of election victory. Madagascar military seizes power after President Rajoelina's impeachment. Namibia cuts interest rate to 6.5%. We open with a profound loss shaking East Africa's political soul. Former Kenyan Prime Minister Raila Odinga has died at 80 while receiving treatment in India. A towering figure in Kenyan politics and five-time presidential contender, Odinga's legacy is marked by resilience, reform, and reconciliation. From imprisonment under Daniel Arap Moi to his role in the 2008 unity government, Odinga remained a relentless advocate for democracy. His death closes a historic chapter in Kenya's struggle for political freedom, a man both loved and feared, whose voice often echoed louder than victory itself. From Kenya's political void to Cameroon's tightening grip on power, Cameroon's Interior Minister Paul Atanga Nji has dismissed opposition candidate Isi Chiroma Bakari's self-declared victory in the October 12 presidential election, accusing him of plotting to destabilize the nation through occult networks. Nji reiterated that only the Constitutional Council can announce results, warning that any premature claim amount to high treason. Chiroma, a former Biya ally turned rival, insists he won and urged the 91-year-old president to concede. As Cameroon waits for official results, the country stands on the edge, caught between an aging ruler's grip and an opposition desperate grasp for change. As one crisis deepens, another explodes. This time, an island gripped by unrest. Madagascar's political turmoil deepened on Tuesday as the military announced it had taken over following Parliament's impeachment of President Andry Rajoelina, who reportedly fled the country. Declaring the dissolution of government structures under the 2010 Constitution, the armed forces pledged a national reform mechanism to restore democracy and rebuild trust. The coup comes after a week of youth-led protest and growing dissent within the ranks. With the president in hiding and the military in charge, Madagascar stands at a crossroad where rebellion wears the mask of reforms. From power struggle to policy shift, we turn now to economy, where nations are navigating fragile recoveries. Namibia's central bank has lowered its benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points to 6.50%, citing a weakening domestic economy and contained inflation. The move, the first in over a year, aimed to stimulate growth while preserving the Namibian dollar's peg to the South African rand. Officials says the decision balances economic support with currency stability, noting inflation rose slightly to 3.5% in September. With forecast steady for GDP growth and easing oil prices, Namibia is treading carefully, choosing a small cut today to avoid a bigger crisis tomorrow. You're watching the African News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. In East Africa, where debt rising meets rising discontent, a new showdown is brewing between Kenya's government and its own citizen over who really pays the price of reform. A coalition of Kenyan civil society groups have accused President William Ruto's administration of worsening economic inequality and driving up national debt in a written briefing to IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva. The organizations allege that Kenya's borrowing and spending sustain political patronage rather than development, warning that fiscal misgovernance now threatens national stability. While the government defends new taxes as vital for reforms, critics says the IMF must demand accountability, not just austerity, because Kenya's debt crisis is as political as it is economic. From fiscal fight to fragile truces, the Democratic Republic of Congo and the M23 rebel group have agreed in Doha to form an international mechanism to monitor the fragile ceasefire following mediation by Qatar. The body will include representatives from both sides and regional partners, with Qatar, the US, and the African Union as observers. Despite the accord, fighting persists across North and South Kivu, where millions remain displaced. Kinshasa pledges peace. M23 claim progress, yet the guns still speak louder than the signatures on paper. Lightening the load with cultural spark, Ghana has launched the 2025 edition of December in GH, its signature tourism campaign aimed at positioning the nation as Africa's top festive destination. Unveiled at the Jubilee House in Accra, the initiative promises a vibrant calendar of music, culture, and heritage events under the Black Star Experience platform. Officials says the program will deepen collaboration across tourism, hospitality, and the creative industries while boosting national branding and diaspora engagement. More than a festival, December in GH stands as Ghana's bold declaration that culture is not just celebrated, it's exported. And closing on the pitch of pure passion, Nigeria's Super Eagles thrashed Benin Republic 4-0 in Uyo, powered by a Victor Osimhen hat-trick and a Frank Oyeka strike, yet fell short of automatic qualifications for the 2026 FIFA World Cup after South Africa topped Group C with 18 points. Nigeria's 17-point finish keeps their hope alive through the best runner-ups playoff route. Despite the setback, Osimhen's brilliance and the team's commanding display showed a side ready to soar, proved that while they missed the first flights, the World Cup dream still has wings. As these tales of Africa's tenacity unfolds, from graveside grave to goal line grit, Top Accolade News champion the voices that rise, not rule. Tune in tomorrow. The story is just beginning. I am Ojarome Okocha, and this is the African News Update on Top Accolade News, keeping you connected to the pulse of the continent.